Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Talk. The MLB new season is almost coming. I think in 2 weeks. Yeah, so let's get started to do the analysis for a new coming season. So this time, so before we just share about my analysis, let me just tell about my standard to rank these top 200 players. I think the standard is still the same as the past few years, but let me just talk about first, because there are still some. I think there were some newcomers and they didn't know how do I make these standards to rank my top 200 players. So I have four. I think I have 4 steps to rank my players. So the first step, I just consider 4 conditions. The first one is the ranking of WAR. So if you didn't know what the WAR is, the WAR is a very, I think is a very common. Yeah, maybe it's common, but it is the for most people used to measure a player's total performance, and it can use both pitchers and position players. So I think it is a good measure to analyze the total performance for all of the players. So this is what the WAR is. So I just put the WAR for last year, and which is 2023, and the WAR value for the year before past year, which is 2022, and the WAR from 2022 to 2023, and the WAR from 2021 to 2023. Yeah, and take the average. Take the average for these 4 ranks. So, like for example, for Aaron Judge. So Aaron Judge, he got number 16th in last year, and he got number 1 in 2022, and for total 2022 to 2023, he also got number 1, and from 2021 to 2023, he also got number 1, and the average for him, I think is 3.75. I think, yeah. So something like this, and this is the first step, and we got the average of. So this average is the result for the result of the step 1, and for the step 2, I just consider their rankings from last year, and take the average from the results from step 1 and the rankings in the last year. And the third step is to consider their prospects of the world ranking. Okay, and finally, I just do some like manual adjustments. So, and this is what I got. And also, for world value, is come from the fan graph. Yeah. Okay, so this is my standard for like ranking my top 20 to top 200 players. Yeah, actually I think I use this standard for every year. Yeah. Okay, so just like last year, let me just talk each divisions. Talk about each divisions, and I will talk, and I will share the teams from the best teams to the worst teams. Okay, so the first division I want to share about is American East. So in the American East, the first place in American East, my prediction is for Baltimore Orioles. They got 96 wins and 66 losses. Yeah, Baltimore Orioles, they played very well in last year. They got 101 wins in last year, which is the best team in the American League. What an incredible season! But they didn't play well in the playoffs because they just swept by the Texas Rangers, which are the world champions in last year. Yeah, but I think nobody blamed them because this is the first time they got into the playoffs, and this time I think they still have they can still have a good performance in the new coming season. Yeah, so let me just see how many top 200 players in Baltimore Orioles. So they got Corbin Burns, their aces. They got number 19. Yeah. Also, Corbin Burns, I think, is almost the best pictures in the past few seasons, and he's from Milwaukee, and he become a free agent, and he spent some times, and then he comes to the Baltimore. Yeah, and I think it's a very good deal for Baltimore because for last season, because although they have a very good performance, but because they don't have like a ace level of starting pitchers, and Corbin Burns could be their ace, and which is a good solution for their starting pitcher problems. So, and Corbin Burns, he got number 10 in the last season, but he didn't play very well in 2023. So, but for totally, I think it's still okay, not bad. So he just only got a little bit backward, so from 10 to 19, but he's still the best player in the Baltimore. Yeah, and next one I think is Adley Rutschman. Yeah, so Adley Rutschman, I think is gradually become to the best catchers in the whole MLB. So he got 24, yeah, 24, number 24 for Adley Rutschman. Not bad. Yeah, for last year he's got like number 76. So he's improved like a move forward from 76 move forward to 24. Yeah, very good. And the next one I think is Cedric Mullins. Cedric Mullins, he got number 66. Yeah, so he's still very well, but he's still a very important player before like more prospects came to the MLB. So he got 66, not bad. And then next one is Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar Henderson, he just got a Rookie of the Year for the American League. He played very well. So he's just like similar like Adley Rutschman last year. So he ranked in number 78. He's still very good. Yeah. And next one I think is Anthony Santander. Yeah, he's the right fielder. Yeah, plays very well. He played very good in last year, so he just improved to number 95. Last year I think it's 127. Yeah. And the next player is their closer is Felix Bautista. I think he will be the he is still the closer for the new season. And the next one is Austin Hayes. Austin Hayes is got 156. Oh, Felix Bautista is 129. I forgot it. And Austin Hayes is 156. He played not bad for in the last season, and he become a very important role in the teams. Yeah, and he also become the starting left fielder in Baltimore. Next one is Kyle Bradish. He got 172. Yeah, he is the ace pitcher for last year, and he will become the second pitcher for the new season. And he played very well. He got actually played very well in the last season, and I think he got a number 2 or number 3 for a Cy Young Award in last year. Yeah, played very well. So this is the whole list of the top 200 players in Baltimore Orioles. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. 8 players in my top 200 players. They did a good job. Okay, so my the second team in the American East is Tampa Bay Rays. They will got 95 wins and 67 losses. It is only one wins to Baltimore. Actually, Tampa Bay is still they still play very well in last year. Yeah, and they still got only 22, and go and went to the playoffs by work hard, and but they just like lose in the first round last year. Okay, so let's see some like the top 200 players of Tampa Bay Rays. So the first player is Randy Arozarena. He got number 53. Number 53 is very good. And the next one is like Yandy Diaz. Yandy Diaz. Yeah, he's the first baseman in Tampa Bay. And I think he's improved a lot. He's improved a lot from last season. Yeah. And he got number 61. And I think Randy and Yandy, I think they play very well in last year. And also the next one is Brandon Lowe. Brandon Lowe is their second baseman. Yeah, he got number 103. Yeah, and the next one is Isaac Paredes. I think Isaac Paredes is there another surprising from the Tampa Bay. Yeah, so Isaac Paredes is their third baseman, and I think Isaac Paredes and Yandy Diaz is the most surprising players from last year because they play very well. Okay, so the next one is Shane McClanahan. Yeah, I think he's got injury from last year, so maybe this is why his ranking is moved downward. So this year he's got 110. And the next one is Zach Eflin. Zach Eflin is got 127, and looks very like a ace pitcher because he played very well in last year, and I think he still play a very important role in the new season. And the next one is Josh Lowe. Josh Lowe is their right fielder, and also he's a newcomer of the top 200 list, and he's got 160. Yeah. So for Tampa Bay, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in my top 200 list. They are the first one, Randy Arozarena. He got 53, and he is their left fielder. And Yandy Diaz, he's got number 61, and he is their first baseman. And Brandon Lowe is their second baseman. He's got 103. And Isaac Paredes, he's the third baseman, and he got 104. And Shane McClanahan, he's the starting pitcher, and his ranking is 110. And Zach Eflin, he's the starting pitcher, and he also got 127. And Josh Lowe, the right fielder, and he's got 160. Yeah, and also Zach Eflin and Josh Lowe is the newcomer on my top 200 list. Okay, very good. So I think it's a very good summary like this, right? So let me just repeat for you for Baltimore. So for Baltimore Orioles, so first player is Corbin Burns. Their starting pitcher is got number 19, and Adley Rutschman, the catcher is the catcher, and he's got number 24. And Cedric Mullins is a central fielder, and they got 66. And Garner Henderson is a shortstop, and he got number 78. And Anthony Santander, he's a right fielder, and he's got 95. And Felix Bautista is a relief pitcher. He has a high probability to become the closer of the next season, and he's got 129. And next one is Austin Hayes. He's a left fielder, and he got 156. And Kyle Bradish is a starting pitcher, and he got 172. And for newcomers, is of course Garner Henderson, and Felix Bautista, Austin Hayes, and Kyle Bradish. Okay, so this is my top 2 teams in American East. And the next team is also the third team in the American East is Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, it's got 88 wins and 74 losses. Yeah, so like the top 200 players for Toronto. So the first one, is Kevin Gausman. Kevin Gausman actually he's played very well for the past few years, and I just remember he's from Baltimore. When the Wei-In Chen is still in Baltimore, I think Chen is the top 3 players in the team, and Kevin Gausman just like is like a rookie, and finally he just grew up and become the ace level of the starting pitcher. Yeah, and he's still the ace pitcher in Toronto, and he got number 27. Yeah, and actually his ranking is also improved a lot, because for the last year I think it's got 56 and moved forward to 27. Is very good. And the next player is Bo Bichette. Yeah, Bo Bichette he's got number 42. And Bo Bichette, their shortstop, and he's still very good. And the next one is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got number 46. I don't know why Vladimir, I think he didn't play very well last year, but I think it's not bad. But I don't know why his WAR has become very low in last year. Maybe I will check more in advanced, like advanced. I think I should maybe to research his advanced data. But for this year, I still put him in the number 46. And next one is Alejandro Kirk, and he got number 65. And next one is George Springer. He's got number 72. He's their right fielder. And next one is Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett I think he is from the New York Mets 2 years ago, and he came to Toronto from Toronto last year, I think. Yeah, and next one is Justin Turner. He is in the Boston Red Sox from last year, and he became a free agent, and he joins the Toronto Blue Jays this year. So I think he will become the design hitter in the new coming season, and he's got 112. And the next one is Dalton Varsho. Dalton Varsho is their left fielder, and he's like, because he plays very well 2 years ago in 2022, and 2023 he plays not bad. So he's still on the list. And the next one is Jose Barrios. He is another starting pitcher in Toronto. He's number 158. And next one is Danny Jansen. He's 161. Yeah. I think Toronto Blue Jays, is the only one team. They have two catchers in the top 200 players. And this is just because maybe sometimes Alejandro Kirk, he's playing for DH, and Danny Jansen will be share some time with Alejandro Kirk, and he still plays a good role. He still plays very good, even though he's not catching for every game every day, but he still plays very well. Yeah, and the next one is Kevin Kiermaier. And Kevin Kiermaier is 198, and he's a central fielder. Actually, I think Kevin is on my list. I think in 2 years ago or 3 years ago, but he didn't on my list for last year. But this year, I think he comes back, so I just give him a chance on the end of my list. Yeah. So for Toronto, they have 11 players. 11 players in my top 200 list. So the first one is Kevin Gausman. Of course, their ace. He's got 27. And next one is Bo Bichette. Is their shortstop, and he got number 42. And next one is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's their first baseman, and he got number 46. Next one is Alejandro Kirk. He's their catcher. He's got number 65. Next one is George Springer. He's their right fielder. He's number 72. Next one is Chris Bassett. He's another starting pitcher, and he's got number 100. And next one is Justin Turner, and he's the design hitter, and he got 112. And next one is Dalton Varsho. He's a left fielder, and he got 126. Next one is Jose Barrios. He's a starting pitcher, and he got 158. And next one, Danny Jansen. He's another catcher, and he's 161. And also, The last one is Kevin Kiermaier. He's central fielder, and he got 198. And for newcomers on the list, for newcomers is first one, Jose Barrios. And another one is Kevin Kiermaier. But Kevin is not actually a newcomer, but just because he was not on my list for last year, but he's come back. So the actually newcomer, I think, is Jose Barrios. Yeah. So this is for my Toronto. But for Toronto, actually, it's like Toronto, I think, is very dangerous for, not dangerous, but this year is very critical for them, just because there are some of their players that just they will become the free agents after this year, and some of them just like ends of their rookie contract. And if Toronto didn't play very well, or they got a very significant improvement, I think some of them, they will leave the teams, and Toronto, I think they will downward to rebuild their team again, maybe. So this is very critical for them. And the next one in American East is New York Yankees. And New York Yankees is almost very dangerous, and because it's also very dangerous. There's only got 87 wins and 75 losses. Yeah, for Yankees, I think. Yeah, because I should say in past past 7 to 8 years, they just rebuild their team, and they build a very young and very potential team in the 7 to 8 years, I think. But in these years, Yankees have two difficulties they didn't overcome. The first one is injury, because in these years they have many players. They have many players have an injury for a long term or short term. And the next difficulties is Houston Astros. I know this one is very hard, but the truth is, Astros is always beats Yankees. So this is why they didn't play very. They can play better in this year, and the past few years they just become older and older. So it is become harder to maintain their competitive. So I don't know their plan, but I think for the championships, even for playoffs, it's become more and more far. And last year is a very good example because they didn't play in the playoffs and I think in August they also got a last place and they didn't, and their winning percentage is lower than 50%. But because in September the Boston just like goes down to the 5th place, and Yankees play not bad. So in the end of season they got number 4, and he's just like only wins 82 games. Yeah, something like that. It's a very miserable season for. Last year is a very miserable season for them, but I don't think this year will have a significant better. I think they still have a little better, but not improve a lot. I will say they will improve a lot just because they got Juan Soto. Yeah, and Gary Cole got a Cy Young award, maybe, but for the others, nah. Yeah, just like this. So, okay, so let me show the top 200 for New York Yankees. So the first one is, of course, the captain, Aaron Judge. So Aaron Judge is got number 2. It's still the same. I think last year is still number 2 for Aaron Judge. But for last year I think he's in the injury I think he's in the injury for a short part of time. Yeah. But he's played very well for the last few seasons. So he's still got number 2. And the next one is Juan Soto. Juan Soto's got number 5. Yeah, a little better from last year. Last year he's got number 6, and he just moved to number 5. And by the way, Juan Soto is the number 1 for 2 years ago in 2022. I put him in number 1, but in 2022 he didn't play very well. Yeah, so he moved downward to number 6 in last year, and this year come back to number 5. And next one is Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole has got number 16. Yeah, he got a Cy Young award for last year, and so this is why he improved 10 positions from 26 to 16. Yeah. And next one is Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres is got 69. Yeah, his batting is not bad. It's always not bad. But his problem is the fielding in the shortstop. But it is not a problem for him. But it's not a problem for him now because they have Anthony Volpe for shortstops, and he just become to the second base. And next one is Carlos Rodon. He's got 114, but last year he's got injury. I think last year he's got an injury in a period of time, and he didn't play very well for last year. But before he came to Yankees, he's very good. Yeah. And next one is DJ LeMahieu. I think he's become the third baseman. and Josh Donaldson is retired, and DJ LeMahieu, I think he's become the third baseman since last year, but he didn't play very well for last season. And next one is Anthony Rizzo. Yeah, he is also backwards a lot. Like DJ and Anthony, these two players, they play very important role for last year, but they didn't play well. So this is why the Yankees become struggled. But he's like at 152. But I think Rizzo, he can still like sometimes he still like have a good performance, like maybe one times a week, something like this, or 2 times a week. Yeah. And the next one is their newcomer. Their newcomer is called Trent Grisham. Trent Grisham is got 159, but I'm not sure he will become a starter in the next year, because they also got Alex Verdugo from Boston Red Sox. Yeah, and he got 166. And also next one is Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe's got 184, and he's a top prospect from the New York Yankees, and he's become the new shortstops from the last year. And I think I just write on my sports corner before. I just watched Anthony Volpe's game in Double A, when he's in Double A, and Austin Wells, and both of them play very well, and they just went into a major league last year. And also is Marcus Stroman. He's got 186. Yeah. So Yankees still got they still got like 11 players in my 200 list. So the first one is the captain, Aaron Judge. He's a central fielder of the New York Yankees. He's got number 2. And the next one is Juan Soto. He's got number 5. He's a right fielder. So for outfield, 2 of them is of course Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, and the other one, not sure for Trent Grisham or Alex Verdugo. I don't know. I think I think the other one, I think it will become the left fielder of the Yankees. I think Alex Verdugo maybe another one. I think is Alex Verdugo more than Trent Grisham, because Trent Grisham he's played a central fielder in San Diego. But Alex Verdugo, he has experience on like right fielder or left fielder, so not sure. Okay, so the next one is just back to Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. And next one is Garrett Cole. He's a starting pitcher, and he's ranked 16. Next one is Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres got 69, and he's the second baseman. And next one is Carlos Rodon. He's got 114, and he's a starting pitcher. Next one is DJ LeMahieu. He's a third baseman, and he's got 120. Next one is Anthony Rizzo. He's a first baseman and got 152. Next one is Trent Grisham. He's a central fielder, and he's got 159. Next one is Alex Verdugo. His left fielder is 166. Next one is Anthony Volpe. He's a shortstop, and he got 184. Next one is Marcus Stroman. His starting pitcher, he's got 186. Okay, so this is the New York Yankees. And for a last team in the American East is the Boston Red Sox. They got 75 wins and 87 losses. Okay, so for Boston, I think they still rebuild their team. They still rebuild their team. Actually, they just rebuild their teams for the past 2 to 3 years. But I don't know. They still don't have like top prospects for them. So there's not too many players to them. So the first one is Rafael Devers. So Rafael Devers, I think is their top players in the Boston. He's got 31, and he's a third baseman. And next one is Trevor Story. He's got 82, and he's a shortstop. Actually, Trevor Story, he's in the injury for a long time, and when Trevor Story is in the injury list, most of time to play shortstop is Yu Chang, and he plays very well. He plays very well on fielding, but his batting is not good, and like he's just go back to AAA when Trevor Story is back, but Story, he's not very good on he didn't play very well on his batting, and his fielding, he's not very good at fielding. So this is why Boston very miss Yu Chang for that period. Okay, so next one is Kenny Jensen, and he's got 134. Yeah. And next one is Masataka Yoshida. Yeah, he's from Japan, and he played not bad, not very good, but his performance is not very good, but I think he's like a starter in the MLB team. He can become a starter in the MLB team. Yeah. And the next one is Lucas Giolito. He got 165. Yeah. So only 5 players in my top 200 list. So the first one is Rafael Devers, and he's a third baseman, and he's got number 31. And next one is Trevor Story. He's got number 82, and he's a shortstop. Next one is Kenny Jensen. I think it's their closer. I think he's got 134. And next one is Masataka Yoshida. He's got 157. I think he'll become a DH. Next one is Lucas Giolito. It's got 165. He's a starting pitcher. And Lucas actually he played not bad in the past few years, but he didn't play well on last year. I don't know, he's in the injury or something. But in Boston, I think he'll still the ace in the team. So, and the only newcomer is Masataka Yoshida, and this is his second year in the MLB. Yeah. Okay, so this is the Boston Red Sox. Oh, by the way, the only newcomer in the New York Yankees is Anthony Volpe. They're shortstops. Okay, so this is a wrap for the American East. So next division I want to share about is American Central. So American Central, American Central, I think he has the worst competitive divisions in the whole MLB, and there's an interesting fact, because the first place in American Central is Minnesota Twins, and when Minnesota Twins in the American East, he's only got number 4, and for a long time, and for like in a long time, Minnesota Twins, like he's ranking number 6 in American East. So so you can see the American Central didn't have any competitive, but Minnesota, I think, but Minnesota, they play very well in the end of season, and also Yankees and Red Sox, they didn't play well in the end of season. So this is why Minnesota, they can surpass these two teams in the end of season. Okay, so we just come back. So let me just analyze about the American Central, and also the first place is Minnesota Twins. They only got 86 wins and 76 losses. Minnesota Twins is also the only one team which winning percentage is over 50% last year. I think this year, Minnesota is still the only one. Their winning percentage is over 50%. So the top 200 players. So the first for them, the first one is Carlos Correa. Yeah, they're shortstops. Even though he didn't play very well in last season, but I think he's still a top player in the Minnesota. And next one is Brian Broxton. He's ranking number 79. Yeah, because I think Brian Broxton, he's in the injury for a long time for last year, but actually he is a good player. Yeah, he can play a good game when he is healthy. Yeah, his drawback is like too easy to got the injury. And next one is Pablo Lopez. I think he's become the new ace in the Minnesota, and he's got 91, very well. And next one is Max Kepler, their right fielder, and he also he's playing not bad last year, and so he's got 130. And next one is Royce Lewis, He's a third baseman. Yeah, and he got 133. And next one is Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan, yeah, he is a player I'm impressive. Just because if I'm correct, Joe Ryan's in. I think Joe Ryan's a snub. Joe Ryan's he was in the snub list in last year. And also next one is Edward Julian. He's the second baseman for Minnesota. And next one is Ryan Jeffers. He's the catchers for the Minnesota. I think Andrew Julian and Ryan Jeffers. These two players, I think they are rookies when they were last year, I think. Yeah. And they played not bad. So for Minnesota, I have 8 players in my 200 list. So first one is Carlos Correa. Is their shortstop, and he got number 47. And next one is Brian Buxton, the central fielder. He's got 79. And next one is Pablo Lopez. He's got number 91. He's a starting pitcher. And next one is Max Kepler. He's a right fielder, and he got 130. And next one is Royce Lewis. He's the third baseman. He got 133. Next one is Joe Ryan. He's starting pitcher, and he's got 155. And next one is Edward Julian. He's got 175. Next one is Ryan Jeffers, and he's got 187. He's a catcher. So there's many newcomers for Minnesota, like the Pablo Lopez. He's not only a newcomer, and he's also in top 100. So and the next one is Royce Lewis. He's also a newcomer. And Joe Ryan and Andrew Julian, Ryan Jeffers. So like 5 of these 8 players are newcomers on my list. Okay, so our next team is Cleveland Guardians. So they got 79 wins and 83 losses. Okay, so for my top 200 players. So, of course, the first one is Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber is their ace, but I think he didn't play very well for last year. So this is why he's from like 40. He's got 49 last year and just downward to 81. The next one is Andres Jimenez. Yeah, and he plays very well for the last 2 years. And he got a very significant improvement. He's got 140 to 86 for this year. And the next one is Stephen Kwong. Yeah, Stephen Kwong he's the left fielder, and he got 102 this season. And next one is Bo Naylor. Bo Naylor, okay, he's a catcher, and he's played like okay. He's worth on the list. And the other one is Tristan McKenzie. Yeah, he didn't play well in last year. And next one is Josh Naylor. Josh Naylor, I think he will be a DH for this year. Yeah, so last year they didn't play very well. I think is for their starting pitcher, they didn't play very well. Like Shane Bieber, Tristan McKenzie, yeah, their top two starting pitcher. If they didn't play well, they will become very struggle. So they will got 6 players on my 200 list. So the first one is Shane Bieber. He's the starting pitcher. He's only got 81. Next one is Andres Jimenez. He's got 82. He's a second baseman. And next one is Stephen Kwong. He's the left fielder and he got 102. And next one is Bo Naylor. He's a catcher. He's got 138. Next one is Tristan McKenzie. His starting pitcher is 140. Next one is Josh Naylor. He's the DH for this season. He's got 179. And for a newcomer, I think it's Stephen Kwong, Bo Naylor, and Josh Naylor. Yeah. And the third team in the American Central is Detroit. It's Detroit Tigers. They got 74 wins and 88 losses. So for a top 200 players for them, for Detroit. So for Detroit Tigers, Detroit Tigers actually played not bad for last year. They got 76 wins for last year. But, just like, I think they played very well. Also, they have a similar performance, I think, is in 2021. Because in 2021, they also got almost 50% winning percentage, but they just downward again in the last year, which is 2022. And they played well in last year, but I don't think they will become like a potential teams to the like playoffs. I don't think so. Yeah, and also in these divisions, like the other two teams I didn't mention is White Sox and Royals. White Sox they just start to rebuild their teams, and the Royals they still rebuild their teams, and they play very bad last year, so I just put them. So I just put Detroit Tigers in my third place. Yeah. So in my 200 player list, the first one is Terry Skubal. Terry Skubal is a starting pitcher, and he's scoring to become an ace in the team. Yeah. And he's got 151. Yeah. So you can see there is no players in top 100. There is no any Tigers players in my top 100. Yeah, and the best player goes to 151. So this is why it is very hard to persuade me to put them into to predict them over 81 wins. This is why. And number 2 is Mark Canha. Yeah, he's from New York Mets, and he just is traded to the Tigers. And he's got 181. And next one is Reedy Greens. Reedy Greens is their right fielder, and he's got 188. And next one is Spencer Torgerson. Yeah, I think he is the first overall pick. He is the first overall pick from 2020 draft. Yeah, in 2020 draft, MLB draft. Yeah, and he's a first baseman. Yeah, so only 4 players on my list. So Terry Scubo is the starting pitcher. He's got 151, and Mark Canha is 181. He's a left fielder, and Reedy Green's 188, and he's a right fielder. And Spencer Torgerson is a first baseman, and he's 194. And except Mark Canha, and the others are newcomers. So, okay, so this is for Detroit. And the next one is Chicago White Sox. They got 68 wins and 94 losses. Chicago, I think, they'll start to rebuild their team for this year because they just trade their players in the last year, so they will start to rebuild their teams. Because like for the past few years, like their roster is not bad, but they have some. I think they have some like wrong decisions. Like, for example, their head coaches he's very old. Old actually is not a problem, but his style is very old school, and his style very old schools, and also like they didn't have any discipline. Yeah, so even though they have not bad roster, but it is very hard for them to play a good game. And this year, I think they will start to rebuild. So there's only 3 players on my top 200 list, and I think these 3 players, I think if somebody wants them, I think they will be traded in this year or next year. Yeah, the first one is Dylan Cease, which is their starting pitcher. It's also their ace. He got 43, and the other one is Luis Robert Jr. He's got 45, and he plays very well in last year. So last year he's got 98 and becomes 44 to 45, and he's a central fielder. I think Dylan Cease and Luis Robert. I think if somebody if somebody wants them and they have the top prospects, I think they will be traded in this year. And the other one is Yoel Moncada. He's got 197. Yeah, but I think Moncada is hard to trade is because I think he didn't play very well for the last 2 years. So maybe he will be traded maybe if he played very well this year, but I think it's hard. Yeah. So for Chicago White Sox, it's only 3 players. There's only 3 players on my top 200 list. So the first one is Dylan Cease, and he's starting pitcher. He got 43. Next one is Luis Robert Jr. He's central fielder. He's got 45. Next one is Yoel Moncada, and he's got 197. He's third baseman. Yeah. And the last team is the Kansas City Royals. And I think Kansas City Royals, I think they just rebuilt their teams for the past few years. And I think there's only got 61 wins and 101 losses. Yeah. And for last year, I think there's only got 50 something. Yeah, played very, very bad. And it's very easy. There is only one player on my top 200 list, which is Bobby Witt Jr. He's got number 64, and he's a shortstop. And also he's a top prospect in Kansas City. And I think this is his. I think it is his like third season for him. Yeah. And also there's only one player. Yeah. Actually they have another three players. They are in my top 200 list last year, but they didn't play well, so they're just out of my list. First one is Salvador Perez. Yeah, he didn't play very well for the past few years, but he's in very important role in the current roster. Yeah. And another one is Vinny Pasquantino. He didn't play well. Yeah, and last year he just got 166, but he didn't play very well last year, so he's out of my list this year. And another example is Hunter Renfroe. And last year he's just in the Angels, but and he's in the Kansas City for this year. Yeah. Okay, so I think I don't need to repeat it again because it's only Bobby Witt Jr. on my list. Okay, so this is a wrap for my American Central. Okay, so the next division I want to share about is American West. Okay, so next division is American West. So for American West, so the best team in American West, I just hesitated. I will give for Texas Rangers or Houston Astros, because I think for me this two is very close. So and also, they both of them got 90 wins. But and also in the playoff last year, like Rangers beat Astros in 7 games. Wow, what a competitive series. So, and also Rangers got the World Series championship. So I give them respect. So I still give them the first places. So they got Rangers, I think they got 92 wins and 70 losses. Yeah. And Rangers, they just got some prospects and become stronger. They got stronger since last year. I think there will be more improvement in this year. And they're just buying some free agents or traded more like all-star players in past 2 to 3 years. So it just becomes stronger and stronger. But you'll be the top tier top tier. Their roster is still on the top tier of the league. I don't think so, but even though they're not in top tier, I think at least they're in the second tier. So yeah, so for my top 200 players, for the first one is of course Corey Seager. Corey Seager, he's played very well, very well last year, and he got the second place in the in the AL MVPs. Of course, the first place is Shohei Ohtani, and the second place is Corey Seager, and the third place is Marcus Semien. Yeah. And Corey Seager, you know, his older brother is Kyle Seager. Yeah. Actually, these facts, I just knew these facts, I think, in the past 2 months. Yeah. He's shortstops. And next one is Marcus Semien, I just mentioned. He got the third place in AL MVP voting. He's in rank number 14. Next one is Adolis Garcia. He is also plays a very important role in last year, and he's the right fielder. Yeah. And next one is Jonah Heim. He's a catcher, and he's got number 70. Next one is Max Scherzer. Yeah, he is played in New York Mets for last year, and he traded to the Rangers, but I think he's still in the injury, so maybe he will come back in the middle of season. So he's in number 80. So next one is Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom, I think he's still in the injury. Yeah, last year he didn't play very well, and he's in an injury for in a period of time, and I think currently he's still in the injury. So this is why he just backward a lot. Last year I just put him in the 29, and he just backward to 131. And next one is Nathaniel Lowe. Yeah, he's in 132. Yeah. And next one is Josh Young. He's got 170. He's a third baseman. And another one is John Gray. And John Gray is another starting pitcher. And also other one is Rudy Travers. Rudy Travers is a central fielder. He also has a good performance last year. Yeah. And next one is Nathan Eovaldi. Nathan Eovaldi is a starting pitcher. Yeah, he plays not bad. But deGrom and Scherzer are on an injury. So John Gray and Nathan Eovaldi, they have played a very important role. They will become the first and second starting pitcher in the team. So for Texas, they got 11 players in my 200 list. So first one is Corey Seager. He's a shortstop. He's got number 12. And next one, Marcus Semien. He's a second baseman. He's got number 14. And for right fielder, and next one is Adolis Garcia. He's got right fielder, and he's got number 60. Next one is Jonah Heim. Jonah Heim he's catcher. He's got number 70. Next one is Max Scherzer. He's starting pitcher, and He's got number 80. Next one, Jacob deGrom. His starting picture is 131. And next one, Nathaniel Lowe. Is a first baseman, is 132. Next one, Josh Young. He's got 170. He's a third baseman. Next one, John Gray. His starting picture is 173. Next one is Rudy Travers. Is central fielder, is 174. And last one is Nathan Eovaldi. Starting picture is 190. And for newcomers, is Josh Young, John Gray, and Rudy Travers. 3 of them are newcomers. Okay, so for next team I want to share is Houston Astros. So for Houston Astros, actually is even though it's become like not too strong as like the past few years, but he's still in the but they still play like he's a playoff level team, and also even in last year they still in the ALCS American League Championship. I think Astro is still he is still a competitor for American League Championship, even they still have a chance to chase the World Championship. Yeah, even though they didn't like strong as the past few years, but they're still very competitive. So my prediction for them is 91 wins and 71 loses. And for my top 200 players, so the first one is of course Jordan Everett, their best player currently. So I think it's their DH. Yeah, it's got number 11. The next one is Alex Bregman. Yeah, Alex Bregman, he's got number 18. And next one is Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker has got number 23. Yeah. And next one, Jose Altuve. He's got number 28. Yeah. So I think the best hitter I think is still these 4. Yeah. And next one is Farmer Valdez. Farmer Valdez is got 49 in the new season. And I think next one is Josh Hader. Josh Hader is number 85. Even though last year is I think okay, but he didn't play very well in 2022. Yeah. And last year is maybe okay, but it's still not too good if I compare to his past seasons. Yeah, but he's still a top closer in the league. Yeah. And next one is Justin Verlander. He's in 87. Yeah. Justin Verlander, last year he just went to the New York Mets for half of season, and he just traded back to Houston. And I think he still got injury last year. Currently, I think he's still in the injury, so I'll put him number 2 for the starting picture. And next one is Ryan Presley. Ryan Presley is the closer for last year, but because Josh Hader is coming for a closer, I think Ryan Presley. I think he will become the he will most of the time he will play in the 8th inning. Yeah, and next one is Josh McCormick. Yeah, he's the left fielder. Yeah, and Jeremy Pena. Jeremy Pena is the shortstops. Yeah, and he plays in NLB for past 2 years because Carlos Correa went to the Minnesota, so he become the starting shortstops for Astros, and he played not bad, and he became the new shortstops. Yeah, even though he's not good as Carlos Correa, but that's good enough for a starting shortstop. And the other one is Jose Abreu. Actually, he didn't play very well for last year, and he's become 37 years old. So I don't think he will have a significant batter. I just hope him not degenerate too fast. Yeah, so this is my top 200 players for Houston Astros. So there are also 11 players in my top 200 list. So they got they have Jordan Alvarez. Their DH design hitter is number 11, and Alex Bregman is number 18. He's a third baseman. Next one is Kyle Tucker. Is number 23. Yeah, he's a right fielder. Next one is Jose Altuve. He's number 28. He's a second baseman. Next one is Farmer Valdez. He's number 49. He's number 49. He's a starting pitcher. Next one is Josh Hader. He's a relief pitcher, also closer, and he's got 85. Next one is Justin Verlander. Starting pitcher is number 87. Next one is Ryan Presley. He's relief pitcher and is 108. And next one is Chase McCormick. He's 111. He's a left fielder. Next one is Jeremy Pena. He's a shortstops. He's got 125. Next one is Jose Abreu. He's a first baseman. He's 137. And for newcomers, there are two newcomers on my list. One is Chase McCormick. Another one is only one. Only Chase McCormick is a newcomer, and the others are other people are listed in the. I also list my my top 200 players for last year. Yeah, so this is for Houston Astros, and the third team in American West is Seattle Mariners. For Seattle Mariners, they got 89 wins and 73 losses. And my top 200 players for Seattle. The first one is of course Julio Rodriguez, and I think he's become the top. He's become the top of the outfielders in the major leagues. So he's got number 15 in my new seasons. Yeah, just last year is number 58, and just become 15. Yeah, very good. And next one is Luis Castillo, and is I think he's become the new aces for Seattle, and I think he's from Cincinnati, yeah, and he's traded to Seattle. He's got 79. And next one is Kyle Reyes. Kyle Reyes is played very good for last year. He's got number 48. And next one is George Kirby. George Kirby is he also improved a lot from last year. Yeah, so last year I just put him 170. This year just improved to 83. Very good. And the other one is JP Crawford. JP Crawford is their shortstops. And he plays very well for last year. His name is looks very similar to Jamel Crawford from Giants. Yeah, former Giants shortstop. And actually he's only 28 years old. And next one is Logan Gilbert. Logan Gilbert, yeah, he's got 96 for this year. Next one is Ty France. Ty France is got 107. But he didn't play very well for last year. Yeah. So this is the only players in my top 200. So they have 7 players. And there's no newcomers on my list. Okay, so first one is Julio Rodriguez. He's the central fielder. He's got number 15. Next one is Luis Castillo. He's number 79, starting pitcher. Next one is Kyle Reyes. He's catcher. He's number 48. Next one is George Kirby. He's also a starting pitcher. He's 83. And next one is JP Crawford. He's number 90. He's a shortstop. Next one is Logan Gilbert. He's number 96. And he's a starting pitcher. The next one is Ty France. Ty France is a 107. He's first baseman. And I just found that I have 3 starting pitchers in the list. Like for Luis Castillo, George Kirby, and Logan Gilbert. Yeah. I think they got a strong I think they got a strong starting pitcher roster. At least in the first 3. Yeah. But 4 and 5, I don't think they have a good player, good starting pitcher currently. Yeah. So they have to improve their starting pitchers, become more stronger, not just okay. So not just only these 3, Okay, so the next one is Los Angeles Angels. They only got 73 wins and 89 losses. So you can see the standings. So you can see this is why Shohei Ohtani want to go to the Dodgers. Just because Angels, they can't win a game, even though they have Mike Trout, they have Shohei Ohtani. Okay, so let's see the top 200 players in my list. And very interesting, they have only 2 players on my list. First one is Mike Trout, and next one is Patrick Sandoval. Yeah, there's only 2 players. And for Mike Trout this year is only number 9. Yeah, he is in the number one for a long time, and last year I just put him on number 1, but Mike Trout is in the injury for a period of time, and he didn't play very well for when he was healthy last year, but his standard is higher. He didn't play very well. It doesn't mean he didn't play very well. He didn't play well. It means like he is not good as his performance for the past few years. He just become a common strong player in the league, but he's not like the top 1 anymore. He's just not the top players. He's just not become the top players, but he is still very competitive. He's still very strong. So this is why I still put him number 9. And the other one is Patrick Sandoval. And he's the players. He's the only player except Mike Trout in my top 200 list. He's in 135. I think this is because Angels didn't play very well in past few years, so maybe yeah. So there are only 2 players: Mike Trout, number 9, central fielder; Patrick Sandoval, starting pitcher for 135. And the last one is Oakland Athletes. And Oakland Athletes is starting to rebuild their team last year, and they play they're like, I don't know. I don't know. They only got 50 wins, and their winning percentage is only 31%. That's incredible. And for this year, they only got 54 wins. 54 wins this year. And their winning percentage is got 1/3. And there's only one top 200 players is Zach Gelof, and he's got 182, and he also is a newcomer. Yeah. And before this year, there's like at least one player in my top 200 list for each team. But after this year, they have 2 teams dated in the top 200 list. One is Oakland, the other one is Washington Nationals. So I just put a new rule, which is every team should put at least one player in my top 200 list. So this is why Zach Gelof put 182 in my list, and he's a second baseman. Yeah, and the other player I can mention is Esteury Ruiz. Esteury Ruiz, he's very good at stolen bases, but his batting is not too good. So it's very hard to put him into my top 200 players. Yeah. Okay, so this is a wrap for my American West, and also this is a wrap for this episode, and for the next episode I will just keep sharing about my analysis for my National League and my top 10 players in each positions. And let's take a break and see you next time. Bye.